They broke this, pushed it over.
Yeah, there's glass all the way. So they cleaned up the glass in here. It's pretty clear.
I mean, there's still glass like all over the floor. They also broke this.
All for 2 new Pokemon games.
There's all sorts of broken glass down in here. And then, of course, they smashed the front door. So, we're not going to be open today, of course. But we have it all on camera, so we're going to talk to the police and see what we got to do. So, last night at about 2:39 a.m., someone broke into the store. And they took this rock and they threw it through the door. At about 2:32, he tried to throw it through the door and it bounced off. And then he came back about 6 or 7 minutes later and then threw it at the door again, and it went through the bottom portion of the door. He then came through the bottom portion of the door into the store. He picked up the rock. He walked straight over to the first glass case on the left of the register, so this one right here with all the Game Boy stuff. He used the rock and smashed the top of it, even though the glass case is unlocked. And he grabbed, we're not 100% sure yet, but we know that he at least took a copy of Pokemon Red, but it looked like he grabbed more than one game. He didn't take everything. He only grabbed maybe one handful of games max, because whatever he had, he fit it in his pockets when he left. There were definitely copies of Pokemon Red in the glass case, and they're not here now, so we know he at least took one of those. We don't remember exactly how many we had out, but it looks like he might have taken more than one copy of Pokemon Red, and then possibly something else. Then he walked over here to the big Seiko glass case, and he pushed it over that way. It hit the 2 glass shelves that we had here with systems on it. There was the one that had the PS3s and the Genesis, and then the one below it had the Skylanders and Disney Infinity figures. It broke both of those shelves, and then obviously hit a bunch of stuff down here. It shattered a couple Atari cartridges. It crushed this Doom 2 box, and then obviously broken glass everywhere. I'm really surprised when he pushed it over, it didn't break at all. The front door opened, so he didn't have to smash it, but he went back and got the rock after trying to break out this side with his elbow unsuccessfully. He went back and grabbed the rock out of that glass case and used it to shatter the side of this one, and then he took a clear Game Boy Pocket. And we know for a fact that's what he took, because in the video you could see him rip the price tag off and he threw it on the floor, and so I picked up that price tag and it was for the clear Game Boy Pocket. After that, he walked back over here. He reached back into the glass case. I'm sure he took something else. We don't know what yet. Then he kind of looked at the candy for a second and then walked out. So the police have told us to not put his photo anywhere, so I'm not going to do that yet. So we should be hearing back from the police officer in charge of the case tonight, because this happened so early in the morning or late at night that it was a graveyard officer who is now in charge of the case. And so we should be hearing from him tonight. Oh, this also got destroyed, this N64 box. There's a few other things, like there was an SP that is just horrendously mangled. So this vehicle got destroyed. It's in a million pieces. This SP is garbage now. Like, you know, Atari games got smashed, like I said. So this thing, I mean, it really sucks. He didn't take that much, which is really stupid. He just damaged a bunch of stuff. And like I said, the glass case was unlocked. He didn't even go behind the counter at all. He didn't take the tip jar things here that are full of money. He didn't mess with the cash register. He didn't mess with the DVR for the security cameras. You know, he didn't go behind the counter at all. He just came in. He knew what he was going for. He's clearly been in here before. Neither Abby nor I recognize him from the security camera footage. We do have a decent shot of him, but I mean, it's a security camera. It's not HD. It's not a close-up face shot. So once we can put it out there, of course we will. And we're kind of thinking that he might be like local transient. He was wearing a beanie. He was wearing a big coat. And it looked like he had at least a mustache, if not more facial hair. We believe he was either white or Hispanic. It's kind of hard to tell because the lights were off, so it was technically filming in like black and white. It only seems to film in color when the lights are on, which is kind of weird. But you know, once we have more info, we'll give it to you, of course. We're in the process right now of trying to clean up all this glass. We're closed for today, obviously. We just had a guy who knocked on the door. He drove here from Molalla, Oregon, which is pretty far, and he didn't know that, you know, this had happened. So he was looking for a couple very specific Star Wars toys and stuff. So we let him in. He ended up spending $35, which is helpful. That's awesome. But unfortunately, we have to be closed, and yeah, it sucks. The stuff that got stolen doesn't really matter. It's not that much. Even if he took 5 Game Boy games, it's still under $200 worth of stuff that he stole. The problem is that he broke 2 glass cases, which we didn't buy these brand new. These aren't the kind of things you can just go to the store and find. So in order to replace these, it's not going to be easy. Like this one, we're just going to have to get something similar. Obviously, we're not going to find the same case, which, you know, that's fine. I don't necessarily care about that one as much. But this one, like, all 5 of these glass cases that we have are matching. They are old. We got them from the same place. So the likelihood of getting another one of these that matches is extremely slim. And luckily, I don't know how, but when he threw the rock through the top of it, it only broke the top. It didn't break any of the shelves. So we should be able to just replace the glass on the top and just use this same case. We'll see what happens, but that's what I would like to do so we can, you know, keep them all the same. And then he broke the 2 glass shelves that were in here. Those are probably not easily replaceable either. But we're going to do what we can, and we're going to try to get this place cleaned up so that we can just get back to business. And what really sucks is that we're losing out on our sales for today, which I said in yesterday's vlog, I said it was Saturday, but it was actually Friday. Today is Saturday. It's our busiest sale day of the week, and it's the first Saturday that I'm back in town. And I was really hoping that it was going to be a really, really good Saturday, like sales-wise, but now we have to be closed, and a bunch of people have already come up to the door, and like they're looking through the windows and stuff. We have a note on the outside of the door, of course, that says we're closed. So it really sucks. It's like the worst thing in the world to wake up to an email from the property manager that says, you know, I was notified that your store was broken into last night. Here's the police report. And then, you know, we rush over here not knowing what to expect. I was thinking that, you know, they probably, like, I honestly didn't think that they smashed any glass cases, so that kind of sucks. I just thought they probably took all the high-dollar items. They probably, like, took the cash register because they probably wouldn't be able to get it open. They probably would have just stole it. And I was thinking, like, they probably got into the back room and messed with the security camera, DVR, or whatever. Like, I would have preferred if they would have taken the Xbox One.
Me too.
Like, what really sucks is that it's clearly someone who's been here before, and I would have rather given them the stuff they stole rather than having to deal with all this and, like, replace the broken glass cases and stuff. Like, because we're not just losing the glass cases, we're not just losing the stuff that he stole, we're also losing the sales for the entire weekend, basically. You know, we are losing the decal that was on the front door. Obviously, he smashed it, so we're going to have to get another one of those, which, you know, it's all these little things, but they add up. And
most of all, we're losing the safety that we felt.
Yeah.
Here.
I felt pretty safe with the business here and everything because we're on a pretty major road. You know, we're right by the highway. I think the only person stupid enough to throw a rock through the door in a location like this is someone who is not easily tracked down. Someone who probably is transient, who is homeless, who doesn't have a phone number you can trace or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, but the fact that he had been in here before and knew exactly where stuff is makes me think that he might even have a customer account. We don't know. So if, you know, hopefully hopefully the police can figure out who it is, and then we can see if he does have an account, and just like, I don't know. It really sucks. I just wanted to add this little part into the video here. My nose is red because we were outside. It's so cold. So it's very clear that the guy who came in, who broke in, was just stealing something because he wanted it. And he came in yesterday while we were open. I thought if he's breaking in to steal something, then, and he knew where it was, chances are he'd probably been here before, and I just thought, well, I'll look through the security footage just from yesterday, and didn't have to look for very long. We opened at 11, and he was in here by 11:40. Very clearly the same person. He had the same shoes on, same sweatpants. You could see his socks, like he had multiple pairs of socks on, and his sweatpants were like tucked into the socks almost, it looked like. Same hoodie, same mustache. He came in, he came from the front door, went right to the Game Boy games, looked at them, went right over to where the second case is that he hit, looked at those. Then he went and played the Bronco pinball machine. He played the Devastator's arcade cabinet. Then he played Bust a Move, and then he left. So he came in wearing the same stuff, having the same mustache, looked at the exact same stuff, and then left. He walked. He wasn't driving. So we're pretty sure he's local transient. We went up and down and asked all the other business owners here and people working if they recognize him. The guy next door at Alpine Cleaners said that he recognized him, but, I mean, that's all. There was also two homeless people sitting down by the convenience store, and we asked them, and they both also said he looks very familiar, but they didn't know him. We told them to keep an eye out if they hear anything, if they see anything, if they see any Game Boys out there or whatever, to just let us know. So they were very nice, and they're going to keep an eye out as well. They said they were sleeping right across the street when it happened. They didn't hear anything. They didn't know. So we'll see what happens. This is a very nice area, so it's kind of weird that this happened, for one, but it's also kind of weird that there's like a homeless population around here. The only reason it is because there's a major intersection here, and there's also freeway on and off ramps right by Walmart, right by Fred Meyer. So it's a very busy area, and people are always, asking for change down there. That is a few blocks away, so it's not like it's right out front of the store, but it's close enough. And the freeway is right behind the store, and there's a little alleyway kind of thing, and that's where like the dumpsters and all that are. But people will sleep out back there sometimes. So I think it's not going to be difficult for this guy to get caught, but we can't really do anything else until the officer is on duty, and he's graveyard, so it's going to be tonight. But we have the files. We have to email him the security footage files, and he's going to put that into the evidence for the case. And yeah, hopefully we get something figured out. I don't really know what catching him is going to do. We might get the Game Boy and the games back, but glass cases are still broken. So I don't know. I just don't know what to do. We'll have to talk to the police officer and see what happens, because not only are we missing out on whatever he stole, but of course the glass cases are broken, the door is broken, but we also have to close, which to me, that is the biggest issue, is closing on a Saturday, because this is our best sales day by far of the week, and we did really good in sales yesterday. We were probably going to do even better today, and it sucks to miss out on all that money. Especially after spending so much in Florida, I was planning on coming back and taking a little bit of a break from buying so much, and just kind of like taking it easy and just letting the bank account just like build back up from this, especially from the weekends, because that's our our best days for sales. But it kind of sucks to have to miss out on that. So yeah, back to it. I hate to put up a like a really negative type video, but I mean, what do you expect when something like this happens? This channel is not all happy fun time video games. It's my life. It's our day-to-day, you know, operations of not just the business, but, you know, just what we do every day, and this is what today is. This is what this weekend's going to be. So I do not want anyone to think that we need any help financially. We don't. We do have insurance. Everything's going to be fine. But we are going to be upping the security, which we have already done recently. We went from 4 cameras to 7. And so we have 7 angles of this idiot breaking in. So hopefully that's helpful to the police and everything. But we're going to be looking into getting like bars on the door, an alarm system, all this kind of stuff. And it's going to be happening real soon. So I don't want anyone to donate any money or anything like that. If you do want to help in some way, you can buy something from us. That would be cool. But I don't want to accept donations for this or anything like that. This is not a video that is trying to get money from you guys at all. I'm just letting you guys know what's going on. As far as I know, we've never even had anyone shoplift from here. And, you know, maybe they have and we just don't know, but we've never suspected anyone. Well, there's one time I suspected a girl of stealing a candy bar, but she didn't. But we've never had any issues with any customers, you know. Even if people turn down our offer, if they're trying to sell us something, you know, they're never mad about it because we just explain truthfully and nicely that, you know, we're making an offer based on this, this, and this. So, like, we've never had an upset customer in the store or anything like that. It's pretty clear that, like, the person who did it, they knew exactly what they were going for. They wanted a Game Boy and some Pokemon games, and they thought that this was the easiest way to get it, I guess. They clearly weren't doing it for money because they didn't even go behind the register at all. They weren't doing it just to... I mean, I guess they could have just been doing it to vandalize the store, but then why steal anything anyway? I mean, they have to know we have cameras. If they were just trying to vandalize, they should have just thrown the rock through the door and left. But, you know, there's no reason to do it. So, who knows? But, like I said, don't feel like we're asking for money. We're definitely not. We have insurance. Everything's going to be covered. It's going to be fine. It's just a pain to have to deal with it. We're not going to be, you know, this isn't going to put the store under. We're not going to be losing a bunch of money for this or anything like that. So I just don't want anyone to think that that's what we're doing here. It sucks. It's a pain, but that's about it. You know, like I said, we're not going to be losing money or anything. It's just going to take some time to get things replaced. And hopefully we can work with the police and get this guy arrested. So yeah, there's probably not going to be much more to film today. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here, guys. I know that the majority of people who watch this video are going to be supportive. Everyone has been really supportive on Facebook and everything so far. All my friends and family who have contacted me through Facebook or through text message or whatever, everyone's supportive. So I don't expect any less from YouTube. So I want to thank you guys in advance for the support and for the kind words. And hopefully we'll be back to normal here shortly. It's just going to take a few days. Abby and I are here. We told Josh not to come in today because obviously we're not going to be open. So we're going to just try to get all the glass cleaned up. We need to go through the inventory and make sure that we know exactly what he took so we can submit our claim and just go from there. So that's going to be it, guys. Thank you once again, and I guess we will see you tomorrow. I don't know what tomorrow's vlog is going to entail. I mean, we might even be open. Who knows? So we'll see. But thank you so much, guys.